All right, YouTube. Been a week. I'm only posting 1 day a week right now because I'm trying to go as live as possible, or as much as possible, I should say, over on Twitch. But what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to set up StreamElements for streaming. This could be chat things, a chat bot, how to make it more engaging. Let's get into it.
Release the Kraken!
All right. Super easy, guys. This is going to be so much fun. What we're going to do is switch on over. Boom. So, once you've logged in and everything else, you'll see up here, I can log out, log back in. I just don't want to type in password again. We're going to go over to the My Dashboard side. Now, right through here, you're going to have everything else. So, all your subs and that sort of stuff. And that's just the dashboard. Over on the left-hand side, we also have activity feed. So this is when people sub to you and anything else like that. You get hosted. My boy Daniel over here doing some fun stuff over here. In fact, Gaming Pancakey, we're trying to get him over to affiliate. He just needs some viewers. Check him out.
Yeah!
Does WoW a lot too. So if you need some of that fix, go check him out. And then we have OBS Live, which we're not going to really touch base too much in here. This is more or less how to set up your overlays in this video. So, over on alerts and overlays, there's themes gallery. So you could kind of choose out of the themes they already have. I prefer making my own. It sounds like a daunting task, but it really isn't. Yeah, we're just gonna go create blank overlay up here. Set it to whatever you broadcast out at and record at. I do 1080p, 1080p it is. Now down here, I'm going to hit plus and I can choose what I want it to be. So just do a very quick overhaul of what you can do. Alerts will get you the alert box. This would be for subs, tips. You kind of can read it already there. If you have any merchandise, you want to do hype cups or anything else like that, you can totally do that for engagement. I like the hype boss. Let's actually bring up my stream for a second. Let's actually do this one. So in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen over here, you'll actually see there's a little picture of my most recent either sub or donation, that sort of stuff. That's where the hype boss would be. Okay, but we're gonna do alert box. So alert box, you can move where it is, resize it, do all that sort of good stuff. I tend to kind of keep them more to the sides, away from where my face and gameplay would be. Imagine going for like a super sick shot in Rocket League. You're getting like a quadruple flip reset with like a quadruple touch off the backboard and you're freestyling the whole time. And then an alert pops up and blocks the whole thing. Wouldn't be fun. You would still be able to see what happened, but no one else wouldn't. And that's why I try to keep them to the sides. Certain things I will put in the middle. We'll get into that though. So this is just personal preference. What I do suggest though, is for each individual alert, you actually have its own little overlay for it. So this one, let's just say this was going to be my follow alert. I would literally deselect everything else. And now I can work specifically when I hit that little wheel over here, exactly what this looks like. So right now, that's what it's going to show is that little image. However, if we go to set image, you can actually bring in your own little images that you want to use. If you don't want to use those ones, you just hit upload and then you can drag and drop from your computer. So you have a ton of different options. Since this is follow, I'm going to just use one of the ones that I have already. I'm going to hit submit. So now at least when someone follows me, it'll do this exact image. Then you can do the same thing for sounds. So let me just find the one that says follow Goku hello. So you can hit play on it.
Hey.
And you can hear what it is. Now I have a few different ones.
Hey. Hi.
So maybe I like the idea of that one more. I can go submit. So now if someone follows me, not only will this pop up inside this little image here, but it'll also play that same sound. Now, along the bottom, if we go to emulate and I click follow event, there it is. Now you can see where the writing is and everything else. This can totally be changed. So when you're on this setting here, you can go to the text settings. And under event, maybe I want it to be right at 0. Let's do that emulate again. So before it was -50. Hi. Now the writing is below it. So just to quickly show again, as I quickly did that one there, you saw that it jumped up. So you can change exactly where you have it placed. In fact, let's bounce back once more to this little one here. You can set how long it's going to stay up for, what it's going to say. So maybe you don't want to say is now following. You could say has joined the gang or the crew. Gang might be a little interesting. So now if I emulate, hi, has joined the crew. And maybe you don't want it to stay up that long. You totally can change that. In fact, there's a lot more you can do too. You can do animation settings. So maybe when this is coming in, I want it to kind of bounce in, down. Let's show what that'd look like. Hi! It happened too quickly. I forgot to set duration. Let's say I wanted to take 1 second. Completely forgot to do that. Rookie mistake here. So see how it kind of came in and then bounced down like that? That's what you can do. You can even set exiting ones. So when he leaves, I want him to just kind of fade out and fade out over 2 seconds. Let's do that one more time. Hi. Those are going to bounce down. And then it's going to slowly fade out over a 2-second span. A lot of different effects you can go for. In fact, you can do the same thing for the writing. There's a lot of different effects. I'm not going to go through each and every one of them. But it's just so you can see. You can even change the delay on certain things too. So how long it takes for the writing to come in, if that's what you want to do, all that sort of good stuff. And then TTS is if you want to do text-to-speech. However, I don't usually enable it for a follower, not to sound mean or whatever, but usually reserve that for different events, maybe raids or donations, that sort of stuff, or subs. But let's say you want to take it a step further. So I'm not going to save this one. I am going to show you the one I have set up for followers. So rather than having one alert, and you'll see mine's more in the bottom left, you'll actually see on mine, if I were to go into the settings of this, I did what's called variation settings. So now if someone were to follow, it could either play this one. Hey. I'll just queue up the next one. Hey. And then I'll queue up the next one again. Hi. So those are all my Goku ones. Let's do my Mario ones. You rock. A lot of different ones you can do here.
Let's go.
Let's go. And my last Mario one.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, you had to. And then I did another one for Vegeta.
Hello.
Now, if we go ahead and hit the little wheel over here, I'll show you how to set this up too. But you'll see I wrote percentage. So anything that shares the same percentage literally splits it between each other. So they're all set to the same thing. I have my alerts for 5 seconds. I have it come in with light speed and then zoom out. It's very short duration for coming in because I figured, you know, it was like teleporting in. Thought it was kind of cool. You'll see though, I don't have text to speech enabled for this because there's not much you can do. It would just come up and be like, so-and-so is following. One thing I'm probably going to do is change what it says. So instead of following, it'll be a lot more fun. But I have it set up for all of them. So now I'm going to show you how to do this. So when you're on the follow alert and you go over into the variation settings and you hit add a new variation, it's going to get you to name it. So let's just do the first one. It really doesn't matter what I click on. This is where you can rename it. So you'll see I have like following Goku Hello 1, Goku 2, Goku 3, and so on and so forth. This is where you get to name it. Change the percentage, change the image, the sound, how loud the sound is, exactly how it looks, and everything else. This is where you can make it a lot more fun, because let's face it, as people are following, you don't want it to always just be the same one. This can make it a lot more entertaining. It depends what you're going for. I like doing variations because I find it a lot more exciting. So now if I hit hello, I'll hit follow a few more times rather than pushing it on the left to see dedicated ones.
Hi!
It could do the same one twice in a row. It's just chance based right now.
Let's go!
But it's lucky enough that it was all different ones. Sometimes it's harder to follow if you do all different ones. Because you might not recognize the sound when you're streaming. So that's followers. Honestly, all the other settings are the same. So I actually don't need this one. I'm just going to delete that one that I kind of started with. But I have some for if you were to donate. Now, unfortunately, this is going to give away some of the numbers. Because you can set it up. So you'll see tips. I'm going to go straight to variation settings. And I know you could totally just copy paste this out or screenshot and see. So the way I have it set up is I have two different donations, say alerts and sounds based on how much is donated. So I have it starting with 1 cent. Realistically, it's $1. I just wrote the smallest one that I could. And you'll see here, amount at least, that, and then the chance. So if someone were to donate at least, say, $1, just a quick little money drop as they're doing that. And the next one here. Just some fun sound effects. Then I have some if you donate a pi amount, so 3.14. Not to get nerdy here, but...
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I thought that was so funny.
Do you like pie?
Figured that one was worth it. And then I wanted to have a gap between 3.14 and higher. So the way this works is you'll see I have it set to at least that amount. The moment it gets to 3.14, it'll only be able to play these because these will supersede the base one. Now, the moment someone were to do 1 cent more, all the way up to 4.20, it'll do these ones.
I'll be in me quarters, counting up the booty.
Of course. I mean, you have to have some SpongeBob in here. And then 420, you all...
Smoke weed every day.
And then the other one.
I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna say yes.
I'll do 3 more.
Oh, you know me. I'm blessed and thankful for every day.
100%. This... I'm gonna save the 666 and the 777 for if someone does it on stream. And in fact, I'm gonna save the rest of them. I know I said I was gonna do it. What you can do though is, let's say you have a 666 donation, so $6.66. Whatever animation I have for this and the sound effect, when it gets to $66.60, I actually have that one set to being a louder variant of it. And then at 666, it's going to be like... Because I don't ever expect anyone to ever donate anything. Like, at the end of the day, even a cent would be wild. This is more or less just for some fun factor. Sometimes people like to show that they're very grateful for the entertainment you've provided or anything else like that. This is set up just so nothing goes unnoticed. At the end of the day, I would hate, say, donating to someone and then there's nothing. At the end of the day, it's not so you can get noticed or anything, but having something fun show up for it just feels kind of nice. At least that's the way I look at it. So that's my donation side. You can do the same thing for if someone subs to you, donate bits to you and everything else like that. So that's going to be the first portion of overlays. The second one, so I'm just going to go over to my followers, sub, and dono small side, this is actually where I set up my bit boss. Let me remove my camera so you can see this a little bit better here. So over on this side here, I have it so my most recent follower, my most recent sub. If I'm not mistaken, this is my most recent donator, and this is the top donator of the stream. So right now, I have it not say anything if there's no donation and anything else. As soon as there's a donation, then the words would pop up. The reason I have it like this is, let me just show you. Back on my streaming side of this, that's where you'll see the names kind of show up. Now, obviously, since we've been doing some donations with the website, it's going to pop up in there. I mean, it is what it is. It's all good. And then you'll see down below, I have that little hype boss or bit boss, whatever you want to call it. So as more donations come in, it can actually knock out the bit boss. If you follow it, causes damage. So it's just kind of like who can hold it the longest. I always thought that was fun. Switch back to the YouTube view. There we go. I'll bring up my camera again. Haha, what's up? That's one thing you can do with this. Obviously, there's a whole lot more that you can do with that, but those are going to be overlays. I'm going to ignore the revenue side. Loyalty, you can have a little bit of fun with, but I mean, that's up to you. So I have it in my channel. It was set to energy. I was going to write key, but I thought key would be confusing. I'm actually going to switch it to probably cookies. And then I'll come up with some sound effects. But this is pertaining to how much, not channel points you get. This is a different type of point. So these points are more like chat points, I guess. I don't actually even know what to call it, but it's from StreamElements itself. So if you do raffles or anything like that, we'll kind of get into that in the module side of it. But over on this side here is where you have all those other things that put the damage point, or not damage, how many points you gain from doing a certain event. And it even shows on the right-hand side here. I'm just going to lower my camera one more time, just so you can see it a bit better. So that just gives you an idea of how much points someone can get. Then there's the leaderboard if you want to see who has the most currently of all time, how many points people have spent, you know, all that other fun stuff. I am going to skip the loyalty side and go straight to the bot, because at the end of the day, I think this is where a lot of engagement can happen. So under modules, this is where you can set up what's available and what's not. So I like having it when someone shows up, my bot will actually notify chat when activities happen. So when a follower happens, my bot will say, thank you for following, and then to the person. I could totally change what this says. I could have it say, get out of here. No, you could though. Same for donations and everything else. Roulette, I've had a lot of fun with. There's a few streamers that I've been following where this keeps me busy. There's nothing more fun than being able to donate, or not donate, but roulette your points. These points mean nothing. It's literally like the, I guess, whose line is it anyways? The points don't matter. It's just for fun. So then raffles, the codes to do it. So all these are enabled. 8-ball, of course, and everything else like that. All of these are enabled, but it doesn't mean anyone can do them. So user management on the left is where you can set certain things. So everyone can do 8-ball, and if I want, I can make it cost command points. There we go. That's what we'll call it. Instead of energy, we'll call it command points, because this is command cost. So you can do that, so people can't just do it. You can change if there's a cooldown. So global cooldown, you can only have it once every 3 seconds. And this, a single user could only do this one every 10 seconds. So at least there's going to be a time in which people can't just spam it. Same with everything else in here. You'll actually see I have some blocked out because I don't want people to give away their points. And then moderators, I could set up to have different access than a super mod, and so on and so forth. It's pretty easy there. Gives you a lot of commands. But then there's custom commands, and this is what I would recommend setting up. And then some options you have, so I have one for computer. If someone wants to see my computer specs, they can do either !computer or !comp. So let's go ahead and click on this. Now, when you write this, the downside is it doesn't actually post one per line. So what ends up happening is I just did like this little image there, looks like an uppercase I and then an extra space. So when you're reading it, because it just jumbles it all together, at least there's some gaps in between, and anyone can do this. I don't have any form of advanced settings for crazy cooldowns. I just left them all default. And you can also set it for if it's available when you're online or offline only. I have it for both because at the end of the day, I don't want to limit that. You want to see what my mic is. My cam or webcam, same thing. Social media, things like that. If you want to donate, I just have it set up to how to do so. I'll have one in here called like Twitch Prime or something like that. So if someone wants to know how to donate their Twitch or their Amazon Prime sub for free, it doesn't cost you anything. You're already paying for Amazon Prime. You can actually subscribe to a Twitch user for free. You only get one per month, and it refreshes literally once a month. So something that's super cool. It shows some good appreciation, and they do get a little bit of money from it. It just helps them going on further or longer. And then I have all my different social media. So I have one that you could do !social, and it has all the info. But if you only care about knowing, oh, I want to get to SS Kraken's Discord, how do I do it? Well, very simple, !Discord in the chat. So these are things you can set up. Now, user management, this is just so my bot can also start raffles, so I don't have to do it myself, which I'm gonna ignore the rest of it and go straight to timers. This is where you could literally go down the rabbit hole. So my bot will say every 20 minutes when I'm online, and if I'm offline, it's every 5 minutes. This one doesn't matter. I could set it to 0. No one's gonna watch a VOD typically. And if they do, they're probably on YouTube. But this one here, every 20 minutes, my bot will say, enjoy what you're seeing, drop a follow so you can be notified when the fun will begin. I have that very similar thing. I have sub to YouTube, follow on Twitter, follow on Instagram. I have one that happens every 15 minutes that my bot just says, I just wanted to say that you're awesome. Keep it up and you matter. You know, just little positive things. This one here, the person who typed above this is smelly. Ew. You know, just fun things. This is all about just having some fun. And then down below is where my bot every 15 minutes or 18 minutes will start a new raffle. I'm going to be changing all of these. To set these up, this is good to know. You just hit add new timer up top. Then just through here, you literally give it a title. I'll just call it blog because I'm not going to save it. And then for enter a message, this is where you can say, let's say this was going to be for, when was the last time you ate or drank something? I think you should go do that. And maybe this comes up every 60 minutes. And then I would change the title of this to eat, drink. I'm just doing uppercase. It's what I'm doing right now. And you can even set for the minimum amount of chat lines in the last 5 minutes to activate this. So what I mean by that is every 60 minutes, I would want this message to go through. I would set this to 0. So even if I don't have anyone typing and everyone's just lurking, I would want this message to pop up. Likewise, I could literally set it for 637 in the last 5 minutes. I mean, that's never gonna happen. But as an example, you totally could. Now, I'm actually gonna delete this because I'm not gonna activate this one. I have a whole overhaul that I'm gonna be doing. Believe it or not, that's gonna be the main things you're gonna wanna do with your chatbot. There's so much more you can do with this, in all honesty, on StreamElements itself. It's just very good to know the basics and then how to get going from there. I'd say that this is going to do a good enough job to get you started, so you're going to be able to destroy it later. It's going to be so awesome. And if you have any suggestions of what you want me to add, comment down below. I'd love to be able to add more things into this. Maybe you have an idea where, hey, it could be every hour there will be a little reminder on here for me to say a story. Things like that. Anything to keep engagement up. Let's face it, at the end of the day, whether you're on or off, mentally anyways, it's sometimes hard to remember, oh right, I gotta start talking. This is one way you can do it. The chatbot's there to help. Let it do so. As usual, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Comment down below again what you liked about this. Hey, if you don't like these videos, comment down below. Just say, you know what, SS Kraken Games, I don't like it. You know what, that's fair. Feedback is feedback. Just make it genuine. Don't say I like this for the sake of being like, I want to be the positive guy. If you don't actually like it, I mean, don't like it. At the end of the day, let me know. I can only improve from honest criticism and comments. But as usual, my friends, until next time, take care.